Oh nah nah, what's my name? Oh nah nah, what's my game? What's my game? Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the flying. How we all doing, guys? Get in there, you legends. Thanks for joining us. It's a late one tonight. We're here at 21 p.m. with a cheeky little transfer news rundown of the evening's news, the latest going on at Manchester United to give you the lowdown. So thanks for waiting patiently for us to get going, lads and lasses. We will cover all of the latest news in this video, give you the latest goings on at the football club, and have a bit of a chat and a bit of pants along the way. So thank you for joining us. Do us a favor at the start of this one. Twat that like button on it. Give us a massive thumbs up. Share us around on the social medias if you're that way inclined. Pin to the top of the live chat, you will find a link to the Twitter where I've tweeted out this show. Give us a retweet if you want. We will shout out every single legend that does that later on in the show. And also, if you're new or watching this back later, make sure you hit the subscribe button and get down below in the not live comment section with your thoughts and opinions on everything we're discussing, all the latest goings on at the club in terms of transfers and all the news. Shout out everyone in here. Rush Mano, absolutely 71.9k subs. We're on the march to 72,000 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, consider the subscribe button. Good tonight, Rushy. Kieran must play. You are Nick, Nate, Jay. What's going on? United Tactical Talk. Hidden Element as well. Hello, Duncan, Aaron Spear, Anthony Okonkwo. Hello to you, Ryan Hughes, the Vootinator. Red Devil Dave. Everyone, hit the thumbs up button, as Vootinator says there. Red Devil Dave, Argent Lost Matches. Club Filters, what's going on there? Thank you, everyone, for getting in. Mark, James, the gaming sim. Hola to you, you absolute legend. Get in there, my son. Aaron Bainbridge, how are you doing? Good to see you. He says, sorry, I haven't been on lately. I'll be back on soon. I'm buzzing for the Mason Mount signing. Fair play to you, my son. Thank you. No worries. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for getting in. And everyone else, Berber, thank you very much. Double legend getting in here. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Much love to you. And everyone else as well. Appreciate your audio's dodgy, says James Whelan. How's the audio sounding, guys? Is it gash? Let us know. Hopefully, I don't know why it would be, but you're telling me it's gash. Maybe it's your speakers. Don't know. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's get stuck into the latest transfer news. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. Give us it's a bit iffy, says Rushmano. Oh no. Okay, hang on a sec. Sorry, guys. Right, guys, how's that? How's that working out for you? Is that good? That's good, isn't it? That's working now, right? Yeah? No audio? Fine. Right, let's crack on, guys. Let's crack on. We've got the latest United news to come. Sound is back. Thank you, Nuts. Hope you're having a great night. Much better, says Ryan. Okay, it was worth it, guys. It was worth the little debacle there at the start of the show to get things right. Don't know what that was about. But yes, okay. Let's get this back on track, guys. We derailed this show, kind of like Harry Maguire's career at the start of this one already. So let's do us a favor and hit the likes, share us around, subscribe if new, and let's get stuck in. So, guys, we know that obviously there was a rejected bid from Inter Milan. They rejected Manchester United's offer for Andre Onana. What's my name? Which is obviously a big shame because we would like to have got him in here very soon. And it would have been nice, obviously, to have him wrapped up. It's not quite happened that way. It's going to take a little bit more negotiations. We have the latest goings on. So obviously, previously, this was the sort of situation. Negotiations between Man United and Inter continue for Andre Onana after a £34 million bid plus $5 million in add-ons was rejected. The deal is absolutely on. This is via Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. And earlier on in the day, he said that he understood that United have presented in the morning their verbal proposal for Andre Onana, which is a 39 million package. So that was earlier on today. We know that Inter rejected that. And then there's just a little bit more later on in the evening here. Inter director Osilio quoted as saying, in regards to Man United's bid for Onana, As of today, proposals are not at the level we expected. In this moment, he's our goalkeeper, and Andre is a key player for us. We'd like to keep him, then we'll see what happens. We wait for him on July 13th for pre-season. So, it's obviously quite clear that Man United are interested. Eric Ten Hag loves a bit of Andre Onana action from his time at Ajax. Obviously knows the Cameroonian international reasonably well. Knows that he's a really good ball-playing goalkeeper as well, distributing goalkeeper, somebody that probably will complement Ten Hag's proposed style going forward, whereas David De Gea obviously wasn't that. And so it looks like the negotiations are going to continue over the next coming days to try and cement something with Andre Onana between Manchester United and Inter Milan. It's fully expected that Man United will go in with an improved offer in the coming days, maybe even tomorrow, just to try and tempt Inter Milan with a cheeky £5 million more. So probably, somewhere in the region of 45 to 50 million it could take in order to get this guy in. How much do you think Man United should pay for Andre Onana, guys? Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinion. I think £45 million sounds about right. We've gone in there with 39 million all told, with a 34 million up front and 5 million down the road in add-ons. They are looking for somewhere in the region of 60 million euros, which is just over 50 million pounds. So they're obviously looking for a significant amount, but we can meet them somewhere in the middle there and try and get him for about 45 million quid. Hopefully Ben Bray agrees as well. By the way, I've just got a couple of highlighted member comments, and you have to forgive me. They don't pop up on my screen here. I have to go and check them on my phone. But I can see JK United's got his highlighted comment in here. He's been a member for 3 months. Hashtag free for you. He says, "Hey, Pig, you absolute legend. Been thinking of you this week. Wishing you and your family all the best. Much love to you, Pig, from me and my wife, Unicorn Sky. It's my granddad's funeral Friday." Oh, no, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's get some love hearts in there for JK and his granddad and his funeral coming up. Stay strong, my friend. Much love to you. It's awful losing a family member, mate. And just sorry you're going through that at the moment. That is gash, lad. But thanks for being a member, and much love to you and Unicorn Sky as well. Appreciate your Unicron Sky, isn't it? But thank you guys very much indeed for the love. Mikey has been a member for 27 months. He says, "Hello, Pig. Hope you're well. Let's mount up." Steady on now. Steady on now, mate. You're on your own on that one. Mikey, thank you very much for getting in and being a member for 27 months. And also, what's this? Abdullah Irwan's been a member for 21 months. And he says, "Big up this channel. Smash the like, guys." Oh, nah. Thank you so much for that, bud, as well. Appreciate you. And G Wolf United has been a member for 40 months. Much love to you, G Wolfster. He says, "Hello, guys. Just a quick message from me, G Wolf, and the family. Love you guys and missing you all, and see you all soon, mate." Much love to you, G Wolfster. Thank you for getting in here. And I hope things are okay with you, my friend. And, much love and shout out to you and the familia as well, lad. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, that's right. Definitely, Rushmano. The Onana chant is absolutely sorted already. Absolutely, mate. Onana, what's my name? Onana, what's my game? Stopping opposition goals. That's my game. And anyway, yeah, it does look like that would be a fantastic chant to have, wouldn't it? Hey, it's Maisie in the live chat. What's going on? AKA a legend of the channel, Devils United, guys. Go and check out Maisie's channel, Devils United, for United content and United women's content as well. Fantastic legend and doing a great job hosting the shows on this channel when I haven't been around lately. So big love and big thanks to Maisie for doing what she's been doing recently. Big up to Maisie in the live chat, guys. Hope you're good tonight. Thank you for joining us. Matthew Smith, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. He says Brighton interested in McTominay, apparently. I hope you're right, Matty Smith, lad. It'd be great to get rid of that melter this summer, wouldn't it? There's talks of Amrabat maybe coming in. We'll talk about some of that a bit later. But certainly it would be nice to get rid of Shotty McShotbag. Get shot a shot bag, wouldn't it? Couple of highlighted comments coming in here. Berber has been a member for 42 months, a true legend of the channel. He says, "Great to see you back, mate." Thank you, Berber. It's good to be back, mate. I'm going to try and be doing regular streams now and, giving you all the latest news, transfer news goings on at the club, and trying to get on for FIFA at the weekend as well. I will be trying to do that. So thank you. It's good to be back, Berber. Good to see you, mate. Thank you so much for being a member for 42 months. And Obizi's been a member 22 months. He says, Onana is much needed. Absolutely agree with you, sir. Jassy says, "You look fucking sexy, bud." Wow, steady on there, Jassy. Calm down. Listen, I know I got I'm the type of guy to make men wet, but please keep yourself calm there, bud. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. But no, I am looking trim. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, everyone. All right, anyway, Okay, listen. Right, you need to calm down. Thank you for all the love and positive vibes, though. Let's get back on track with the transfer news show. So, Onana is pretty much guaranteed to be coming in. We are looking at other goalkeepers. There is talks of other goalkeepers, which we'll get into. But you know what I don't like about this whole situation? It's like, yeah, we're starting to negotiate now with Inter Milan, and we've put an offer down on the table of £39 million, which is a very good offer. But they've got us by the old short and danglies, don't they? Already, they already know that we're desperate for a goalkeeper. They already know that Ten Hag loves a bit of Andre Onana action. They already know that the fan base is desperate to sing that Rihanna song or whatever as the new chant. They already know that we want him. So they have got us where exactly where they want us, really, in regards to negotiating for Andre Onana. I'm pretty sure that they are quite content to wait it out and get as much money as they can for this deal. So maybe they would end up getting a full £50 million for this guy. So it's pretty crazy how we've let David De Gea go. We didn't think about maybe doing this business for Andre Onana. It's just classic Manchester United. We haven't got the proper plan in place. We should have gone and got this guy first before David De Gea has gone. When it was still a case of, oh, will he? Won't he stay? Will we sign him up to a new deal? Just bang, get the deal negotiated for Onana, get the deal wrapped up, and then allow David De Gea to go free. Now it seems like they know that we're desperate for a goalkeeper, and he's exactly what we're looking for, exactly what Ten Hag's looking for. But because of that, they are probably going to be content to take their time on it and get as much money as they can. So it's just classic piss poor negotiations from Manchester United, sadly. So there you go. But I'm pretty sure we'll end up with Andre Onana. There are other talks for other goalkeepers, which we could maybe go and get, but I think he's the one. Ten Hag seems to have that relationship with him in the past, and he's exactly what we need. I mean, look, JK says it here. He says Onana can distribute from the back. Yes, but he's not as good as De Gea at shot stopping, so it's going to be a catch-22. I'd love Onana at United. I've followed him for years. Right, okay, but David De Gea is literally like the shot-stopping beast in world football in a way. He's definitely not the best command in his area. He's definitely not the best coming for crosses. He's definitely not the best penalty stopper. He's definitely not the best sweeper keeper. He's definitely not the best distributor or with his feet, but he probably is the best shot stopper, I would say. So it's like, yeah, you're getting a lot of positives with Andre Onana, but it's hard to really match Davide on the shot stopping front because he is like reflexes of a cat, isn't he? So yeah, I hear you, but overall, the overall package might actually be more complete. Probably is more complete than David De Gea, but I agree with you. Look, De Gea's shot stopping is probably second to none. We got a super chat here from Lookout Tower viewing. Thank you, Lookout Tower. I hope you're good, man. He says, "Evening, mate. Look, a little Amish new look beard." Well, I mean, don't say that to with my brother around, mate. He already called me Amish because of this beard. But yeah, I have trimmed it up a little bit, mate. You're making me self-conscious now, but you're making me want to go out in the morning, milk a cow, and maybe like do a barn raising or something. You know what I mean? With somebody called Ishmael and Ezekiel. Just chill out, Lookout Tower, mate. It's a strong look for me, all right, bud? Okay, thank you, Lookout Tower. I appreciate you. And also, Zamiasi has got in here this guy, this unbelievable Arsenal scum. And what's he got to say for himself now? And we are getting touch a mini. I'm guessing you mean Chouameni there, Zamiasi. I don't know. With you, to be fair, I'm never really sure. Maybe you are getting touch a mini. You know, it makes sense. To be fair, Arsenal getting some budget like a B porno movie instead of a player. That makes sense. We're getting touch a mini. I hope we don't sell Balogun. I think he's got more potential than Mbappe down the line. Oh, do you know what? Zamiasi, come on. I mean, he is a good young player, but get out of my live chat, mate. What are you on about? Goodness me. I mean, that's crazy. Got more potential than Mbappe down the line. And we are getting touch a mini. For a start, you need to work on your spelling there, Samiasi Bud, so we all know who you're talking about. But I think we know who you're talking about. You're talking about Chouameni, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Zamiasi, though, but you're absolutely mental. Abdullah says Zayn again. Berber says Zayn, pass around whatever you're smoking on. Zayn in the house says Nick Stevenson. Zayn is smoking tonight. I see, says Rushmano. He's on some really good stuff this evening. Zayn's on the crack tonight, says Malps. Zayn's smoking AstroTurf again, says he's smoking AstroTurf while simultaneously sniffing Pritt sticks. I think that has to be said. Hey, Zamiasi, oh, he didn't like your comment there, Berber, mate. He's responded, he's clapped back to you, mate, and he said, Berber smoking Cohiba cigars. What's that, mate? Anyway, right, okay. Zamias, he's causing some beef in the live chat tonight, mate. Just calm yourself down, mate. Calm yourself down, bud. Right, anyway, guys. So thank you to Zamiasi for the derailment there. Appreciate you. I'm surprised you've actually got a moment from touching yourself to Avatar 2, Way of the Water, to actually come in here and have your say. But thank you very much for joining us. Oh, Berber, bloody hell, mate. Dude, Berber coming in here with a £20 super chat. He just simply says Zane smokes penis. I mean, wow. Fucking hell. That's pretty strong, that is, mate. That's pretty strong, that is. Oh my goodness. I mean, look, you're making allegations in the live chat. I could neither confirm nor deny. It's not my place to judge. You know, I mean, it's not my place to judge. Berber, thank you very much for the super chat there, mate. Bloody hell. Wow. We got a bit of mod on mod action tonight in the live chat. Right up Zane Street, by the sounds of it anyway. Okay, right. So, Crikey, thank you for the super sticker there. Look at it. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a Red Devil. Sorry, I can only see on my phone what it is. Shout out to Sin Games getting in here. Why don't emojis show up on here? I don't know. But they don't. They really don't. I'm not on the cigarettos. I gave up February 9th, Joel MCFC, mate. Yeah, I know, madness. I might start smoking them again soon, though. You know what I mean? I miss them, to be fair. I miss them. Hello, Dublin Games. Hello, everyone. Right, okay, guys. Let's get. You've really thrown me off with that one, Zane and Berber. Okay, right, guys. Let's get back on track with the show. Like, subscribe, comment, get your thoughts and opinions in there about Andre Onana. So, just to give you the latest lowdown, Fabrizio said that the Inter director said that as of today, the proposals are not at the level we expected. In this moment, he's our goalkeeper, and Andre's a key player for us. We'd like to keep him. Then we'll see what happens. We wait for him on July 13th for preseason. So pretty clear, really. They are still playing the game of we'll try and get as much money as we possibly can for him. As I mentioned a few moments ago, Man United have made it easy for Inter, really, because they know we want him. And I don't think they'll be too greedy because it's not like they want to have this drag on all summer long. They would like to get somebody else in, I guess, before the preseason starts, ideally, which is in 8 days for them. As I say, they're expecting him back for July 13th. So I would hope to think that we could get an agreement in place before then, hopefully the next few days, because United should be going back in for a second bid for Andre Onana. Basically, that's where we're at. So absolutely happy days, guys. I mean, let me ask the live chat, if you could go and sign one goalkeeper in this summer transfer window, realistically, who do you think we should go and get? I do think Andre Onana makes the most sense with where we're at right now, trying to go forward with a new Ten Hag sort of philosophy, somebody who can distribute and play out from the back. And he has that relationship with Eric Ten Hag as well. Like they do know from the past times. So it does make sense. If that's who Ten Hag wants, then let's go and get the guy. Onana, says the Vutinator. Matthew Smith says Ben Foster's coming back. Nice via the way of Wrexham. My Nan, says by Dynamic Melon. Nice. Meslier, says you are. Massimo Taibbi, says Bo 1601. Yep, Rushmano says Onana or Costa. I'm happy. JK says Onana, 100%. Ajax, Chester United. Big fan, says Bishnu. Hello there, Bishnu. Welcome in. Remember when Perisic deal fell because of £2 million, says Boomy. Well, there you go. Every negotiation can go a little bit too far, can't it? Devils United says Onana or David Raya for me. Great shout. Yeah, I would kind of like David Raya because then we can call him David De Gea. And it's like kind of like we haven't even really lost David De Gea. You know what I mean? We just got a new Spanish guy. We could call him David De Gea, which obviously I'm joking, but yeah, I mean that'd be cool. Yeah, Onana, De Gea, sorry, Raya, good shouts. Madhouse, so does my Nan in the Champions League. We can't get my Nan though. His name's just too ridiculous, isn't it? O Black says Matthew Smith. Schmeichel says DC Skyline. You'd rather Onana over Costa / Raya. Respect that, Duke of Rodtown. Mount says, you watch Chelsea get Caicedo and Costa. Chelsea get all the best players. We always get third, fourth choices. Unfortunately, that's true. Until we get like new owners, that will probably still be the case for a little while because they've got very ambitious owners in Todd Bowley, and we don't yet. But once we have got the new owners in, I think you will start to see us splurge a little bit and go and have that proper ambition to buy the players, the best players we can. Because okay, Mason Mount's a decent signing. We've talked about this. He probably will be good for Manchester United. Ten Hag knows what he's getting, but Chelsea will probably be going for Caicedo, and that's the sort of guy we should be going for. But the difference is Caicedo is going to cost maybe 20 million more, so he's not as good value, and so we haven't done it because we don't have that ambition, that willingness to go and spend that extra bit to go and get someone like that, which is a shame. We just enabled Chelsea to go and do that really by taking Mount off of them, so it is a bit of a shame. But another goalkeeper link that we've got here, guys, is this guy. A few hours ago, some reports have come out anyway that Manchester United have made a €3 million offer to sign Fenerbahce goalkeeper Altay Bayındır as a potential backup. So just a bit of news in terms of a backup. It's nothing too major. Obviously, it's not like this guy's going to really be coming in and being the main guy. But there are some reports coming out this evening that United are interested in bringing in this guy as a backup goalie, Fenerbahce keeper. And another interesting talking point just on David De Gea. There are reports coming out 6 hours ago, several reports that indicate that David De Gea's agent will reportedly travel to Turkey this week to meet with Fenerbahce to discuss a possible switch to the club. So maybe there's just sort of a knock-on effect there, a bit of a domino effect. We could get this back up from Fenerbahce. They could go and get David De Gea and improve their situation. Fenerbahce is a decent team, obviously, of course, in Turkey. So I would hope. I mean, it doesn't really matter to us anymore, Manchester United. We've got to go on and kick on with our own path here. David De Gea has been a great player for us. I can't wish him any more but the best for the future. I really hope he goes on and does amazing things. I would hope, though, that he goes to a better club than Fenerbahce. No disrespect to Fenerbahce. I don't want him to go to Saudi Arabia. I'd kind of like him to end up at a really top European club and just to prove to everyone that he is actually a top-tier, top-class goalkeeper. He doesn't need to prove that to me, but a lot of people seem to doubt David De Gea. A lot of people seem to think that he's error-laden, error-prone. Not me, really. He did make a few high-profile errors this season, but I just think I would like to see him end up at a really good club in Europe somewhere. Not that Fenerbahce's not all that good. They are a good club, but just somewhere a little bit better. But where can you see David De Gea ending up? Matthew Smith says, give Brighton, McTominay and Fred and 10 million for Caicedo. Hugh says, De Gea could go to Gillingham. Come on, you're doing him dirty there. Mount says, Dave off to Turkey then. Yeah, maybe so. It is possible. He could end up going to Fenerbahce. And Devils United says, we're looking at a 20-year-old Japanese goalkeeper as well there. So, we are looking at options. I would probably rather go and get a young backup keeper, somebody that has potential to go on and do some great things. We'd already be getting Onana, get a really good young goalkeeper. Uwa says Areola. Yeah, that guy's got the name of an outside area of a nipple, though. So I don't know about that. But maybe the case. You think De Gea deserves better? He definitely deserved better than the way that it ended at Manchester United for him. I'm with you on that one, really. I do think that has to be said. It did deserve better there. By the way, Chloe Jenkins, I'm so sorry I missed your super chat here. What's going on, Chloe? So sorry. Let's get a Sui in the live chat for Chloe. Get in there. Thank you, Chloe Jenkins. Sorry I missed your super chat there. Somebody just alerted me to it in the chat. And it says, Inter will screw us for Onana and get De Gea on a free. See, that's what I'm talking about. Great little time to discuss it, though, because we were just talking about David De Gea. I would like him to go to a top club. Not somebody that's going to compete with Manchester United, obviously, not a Premier League club. But Inter is a really great club. If I was Inter Milan, I'd be looking at exactly like doing something like that. Maybe getting rid of Onana. And you've got somebody like David De Gea who's available on a free. Yeah, pay him a significant signing on fee. And also the wages are going to be quite high for David De Gea. It's not like he's going to go somewhere for a huge amount less than what he was on at United. But he might not have the landscape and the luxury to actually pick and choose. Oh, I want this club for 300k a week. It's not going to happen really for David De Gea. He's worth a couple of £100,000 a week for sure, though. And if you were Inter Milan, wouldn't you at least consider that David De Gea as a replacement for Onana? That's a great comment you make there, really, Chloe. I could see that being on the short list. Definitely, they might go with a different goalie. They might be looking for somebody who's more of a ball-playing goalkeeper themselves, so they don't have to then change too much of the style because he was very, very comfortable for them, at the back. Whereas David De Gea is a goalie we've let go because he's not as secure in terms of his distribution and his sweeping up and that kind of thing. So that's why we are prepared to let him go and go and spend 50 million big ones on a player like Onana. But if I was Inter, I would really be I'd be all over David De Gea like a fat kid on a cupcake. To be fair, 100%. What a great shout. Yep, Sin Game says, yep, Inter all over David De Gea, in my opinion. Rushmano says David De Gea will either return to Spain or move to Saudi, but time will tell. Vincent Bullock says maybe because Inter, do you want to buy Romelu Lukaku back? To be honest with you, I'd rather play Harry Maguire up top as a striker than get Romelu Lukaku back, to be honest with you, Vincent. That guy, did you see him in the Champions League final, mate? My grandpappy could have put one of those chances away that he spurned. No, definitely don't want to revisit him. I missed a gifted membership. Sorry, I'm having a mare here, aren't I? It's hard to keep up with it, Thank you for gifting out a membership. And also, I've got a super chat here from Mikey. Let me find that other one. Mikey says, Inter still owe 42 million for Lukaku. Give Onana, call it even, says Mikey. Love that, Mikey. Absolutely, lad. Absolutely, my friend. Okay, Palmarius. Thank you to Palmarius. Sorry I missed that, dude. He's gifted out a membership. Thank you very much, Palmarius. And it's gone to Dynamic Melon. Dynamic Melon. I can't highlight Palmarius for some reason, but great to see you, bud. Thank you so much. Let's get some love hearts in the chat there for Palmarius. There he is. He says, I gifted a membership too big. Thank you so much, Palmarius, for gifting out a channel membership there, bud. That's very, very, very kind of him. Get some love in the chat there for Palmarius. Good to see you, mate. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, we've got 162 legends in the live chat. Just going to refresh the stream here. We've got 111 likes. That's good. Let's see if we can get 169 likes on this stream tonight. So smash that thumbs up button if you haven't done so. Twat the likes. Every little helps. It helps get us out there on the algorithm. So please do smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on our way to 72,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button. Also, get yourself involved by having your say in the live chat. Everybody's welcome here to have your say. Love you too, man. Thank you very much, Palmarius. You're an absolute don. Hello, OP Dragon as well. Red Panty Night, get in there. Okay, so it's one of those guys. We'll wait and see. I do think Inter are in a very strong position with their negotiation for Onana because they know that we're desperate for a keeper, so they can pretty much ask for what they want. They're not going to lose out on getting 50 million pounds, though. I kind of think he'll end up going for probably closer to 50 million pounds than 40 million pounds, though. Probably closer to 50 million, just because they are in a very strong position. They know that we desperately want him, and they know that De Gea's gone. But if I was into Milan, like Chloe said, I would be very interested in maybe bringing David De Gea on as a free transfer signing to replace Onana, because you are getting a top player who's got like bags of experience. And actually, he's in his prime. As far as goalkeepers go, I personally think the early 30s to mid to even late 30s, certainly 30 to 35, is the best era for a goalkeeper's career. So from that point, David De Gea's got all the experience. He's got that European experience. He is a Premier League winner. He's a Europa League winner. He's won a bunch of stuff. It's not like he's he's actually one of the best goalkeepers within the Premier League over the last decade. So come on. I mean, if you are a top European side, surely you've got to have a little look at David De Gea right now. It's just whether or not it adds up financially or stylistically for the team. Chloe, thank you for your £5 super chat here. Come on, get some love in the chat there for Chloe. She says the money into OUS doesn't come into it. That's a staggered payment contract. There you go. But because of how lenient we've been with them in the past, right, in terms of negotiations, and just how well we've negotiated with them, because we have obviously given them a couple of players over the last few seasons, it makes sense if they actually played ball with us, and we've got a good relationship with them in that sense, doing deals. So they should play ball with us. They shouldn't be too greedy, is what we're saying here. They shouldn't be too greedy. Yeah, United says, I agree there. The older goalkeepers always play their best. Spot on, because they've got that right mixture of like experience, and they're still physically fit, and reflexes are good, and they're still quick and all that kind of thing. Obviously, later on, when they get a bit older, yeah, okay, a 42-year-old Gianluigi Buffon is not going to be as good as a 25-year-old one. But the experience-wise, and actually, from a mental game point of view, i.e. positioning and how they read the games, probably better than ever. So for De Gea, 32 onwards should be a really good time for him to actually be a great goalkeeper. I certainly think he's class. Mikey says that the Japanese goalkeeper linked is called Zion Suzuki. Awesome name. 20-year-old Japanese youth international with African roots. Has great distribution. Good second or third choice option. Love that, Mikey. Thanks for a bit more info then on the Japanese link that we've got there. And that is a banging name. Zion Suzuki, mate. That's nice, bro. I like it. If he's not available, we should probably go in for like Hades Mitsubishi. You know what I'm saying? Thank you there, Mikey. Lookout Tower. Get in there with a £5 super chat. He says, for a backup keeper pig, why not Salah Zakaria with the all but stamped new owners? It would make sense. I'm sure they'd love having a Qatari in the team, says Lookout Tower viewing. Interesting. Well, for a backup, who knows? Salah Zakaria is also an absolutely banging name. Apart from he does have the name Salah in his name, which conjures up disgusting sick bag emojis. To be fair, you know, in regards to Mo Salah. So I'm not so sure about that one. But it is a cool name, though. Thank you, Lookout Tower, for getting it in with your super chat, mate. Good shout. Rushy says we got 120 likes. Nice one, guys. Keep hitting the likes. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's get on with some other stuff. As I say, Alte Bayender is also a link, could be a potential backup. We're looking at this Japanese lad Suzuki by the sounds of it. So yeah, we could see not just one goalkeeper signed this summer, but a backup as well. Really, we should be looking at getting rid of Henderson as well, just to generate a bit of cash. Is there anybody in the live chat that wants to keep Henderson, Dean Henderson? Let's have a little vote in the live chat, guys. Keep or sell Dean Henderson? Have your say in the live chat. What's he really going to do? He's not going to be first choice goalkeeper. I mean, what can we just go as far as to say this? That was an absolutely crap signing, wasn't it? That was a crap bit of business by Manchester United yet again. Okay, we may well sell him for a significant amount of money, and it won't end up being that bad. But in regards to what we've actually done with Dean Henderson, what is the point? Such a crap overall sort of mini career that he's had at Manchester United. What, £130,000 a week or some absolutely heinous amount of money for a backup goalie? I guess there was an element of, you know, a bit of a punt there, a bit of a gamble in the hope that maybe he could go on and replace David De Gea. So we're prepared to pay him a big amount of money. But you don't need to pay a backup goalie that much. I think we just got it wrong. We got it totally wrong from day one with Henderson. So yeah, it doesn't really add up. He's on big money. Wouldn't be the easiest to sell because of that. But then again, you know, for a first choice goalkeeper within a Premier League team, they're going to have to be towards that amount. Anyway, weekly wages wise, he is a good keeper. He is homegrown. So it's not like he's going to go for nothing. He's probably worth 20 million quid at least. And you can generate a bit of cash for the transfer kitty by selling him and get a significant amount of money off your books as well, because he is on big money. But what a terrible, awful gamble that was from Manchester United. Yeah, Jonathan Dolby. He says, not a chance. He's disrespectful to United as well. Absolutely. Jamie says, sell to Bigfoot and the Hendersons. Get in there, my son. Mate, Harry and the Hendersons. What a film. What a film back in the day. Dynamic Melon says, sell. Randall Jacobs says, sell. Sell Hendo, says Duke of Rodtown. Sell, says Vincent Bullock. Book no snakes, says Chloe Jenkins. Absolutely. Sell, says Lookout and DC Skyline and Duncan Belifo. So does Randall. Yeah, so does Ramadan Ibrahim. Sal says Fat Chinese Gaming. Yeah, definitely. Devils United says keeping Henderson is a no from me. He's burnt his bridges. Well said. Yeah, absolutely. Berber says hell no. Sell the twit. Good shot. I think that most of us are in agreement here. He's just kind of a pointless player to keep hold of. It's not like he's ever really going to develop into our number one at this stage, and he's on big money. So if we can get rid of him to Nottingham Forest or whoever, it does make sense for me just to get rid of the guy, cut your losses on him, try and get some money back and get rid. Bell says Romeo was a perfect backup. Oh, Romero, right. Yeah, Sergio Romero, probably the greatest backup goalkeeper of all time. What an absolute legend. I agree. He would have been fantastic just to keep around. Don't know why we ever let him go, really. He should have just been here. Okay, maybe he wanted to play regular first-team football. Yeah, top film, that one, isn't it? Sing Games, John Lithgow and Harry Maguire starring in that one as well as Bigfoot. You know, he is one of the title Harry and the Hendersons. Harry Maguire and the Hendersons, guys. You know, that was he was obviously an actor before he was a professional footballer. He's got quite a storied career, Harry Maguire. He's played a few monsters in movies. I think he was a stunt double for Godzilla in that movie with Matthew Broderick in the early 2000s. And he also, of course, was the Bigfoot in Harry and the Hendersons. And he also played the Boulder in Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. So, you know, pretty unlucky we ended up signing an actor. Thank you, Chloe Jenkins says he wants to sign for Chuck from the Goonies. Chunk. Chunk from the Goonies. Okay, well, another you just reminded me of another one of Harry Maguire's roles, which was Snuff from the Goonies. You know, the guy who was the brother of, like, the Fratelli family or whatever, and he was, like, in the basement. They used to feed him fish heads and stuff tied to the chair, and he just wanted Chunk's Baby Ruth chocolate bar, you remember? That was Harry Maguire as well. Great shout, Chloe. Great shout. So, he's got a better acting career than he has a footballing career, Harry Maguire, to be fair. Um Shaw's in James Bond. Oh, we're doing dirty here, aren't we? We're doing dirty, but he deserves it. Oh, goodness me. He also played Herman Munster. Wow. Goodness me, Jamie. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey there, Mounts. How you doing? Thank you very much, Logan Morphus. Says saw John Lithgow is distant cousins Clint Eastwood and Sally Field. Well, we're getting off on a bit of a tangent now, guys. Fair enough. That's cool and everything. Never knew that. Interesting factoid there from you, mate. This is a football chat about Manchester United and the transfers. Let's get back on track, right? Okay. So, okay, let's cover the next news then, guys. We'll get back into Onana after the Q&A in the chat at the end of this stream then, if you guys want to. Amrabat then, folks. So a bit of Amrabat action. Yeah, there were reports that United have already reached an agreement with Sofyan Amrabat's entourage, but have not yet made an offer to Fiorentina. They could be convinced with an offer of £25 million. Smash a one in the chat if you'd love a bit of Sofyan Amrabat for a 25 mil, or smash a two if you'd rather we not sign him and sign somebody else. I actually do think that this kind of makes a bit of sense. I don't really watch that much Serie A football, I'll be honest. Statistically, it's not the sort of guy that's going to jump off the page at you. But in terms of, like, just getting things going, in terms of playing deep, in terms of playing a good midfield role and linking up play, he's probably better than the likes of Fred and McTominay and those gashbags, that we have currently got. So in my opinion, it's not a big gamble, especially when you get him for 25 mil. It's very unlikely he's gonna be worse than those guys. I think he's good on the ball as well, and he's a decent sort of a squad player. He's never gonna come in here to be somebody that's going to play alongside Casemiro or replace Casemiro. He's coming in to bolster those midfield options and to, provide us a bit of quality and depth and a bit of cover and be more of a squad player. I think that's really what we'd be looking at to bring in Sofyan Amrabat. So I think he can't be any worse than Scott McTominay or Fred in that regard. He'll probably keep hold of the ball a lot better for us. But again, he's not a world beater. He's not a star. But he is only 26. He's got some good years in development still ahead. So I think it would be a good signing. But let's see what the guys are saying. Butinator says yes, bring him in. Naz says yes, bring him in. Butinator says yes, bring him in. And Berber, Duke of Rodtown, United Tactical Talk. Chloe says no. Philip says yes. Rushing says Amrabat's decent. Games is up for it. Duncan says no. So there's most people positive with the Amrabat link. So yeah, it could be pretty decent. Mountain Amrabat, big upgrades on Fred and McShite. That's what I'm saying as well. Interesting. JK says Casemiro, Amrabat, and Bruno would be fire. I feel you, but where is Mason Mount going to play them? We've just spent 60 million quid on Mason Mount. So for Mason Mount, guys, if you missed my early afternoon video, just to give you a quick 2-minute summary on my thoughts on Mason Mount. Good player, decent, homegrown. Ten Hag wants him. Ten Hag knows how to utilise him. Ten Hag obviously gone and spent 60 million for a reason. It's a decent signing, isn't it? It's too much money, but it's not our money. Price tag will either justify itself or it won't. We'll see how that pans out. It's not really about the price tag. We just want him to be a good player for Manchester United. I think he can be a good player for us. What's his role going to be? He's not going to be taking Bruno's role over, I don't think. Will Bruno be dropping deeper? Will Mount be playing deeper behind Bruno and playing alongside Casemiro? That kind of makes sense. Maybe the box-to-box sort of engine player in the team. Will he be playing him in a multitude of positions like he does with Bruno Fernandes? You've seen Bruno play in the hole. You've seen Bruno play wide. You've seen Bruno play deeper. And in fact, Bruno looked really good in some deep line positions towards the end of the season. Maybe he does play in the hole in the CAM role, and you see Bruno drop a little bit deeper alongside Cassidy. There's options there, but I don't really think Amrabat's the guy that's going to come in and take Mount out of the team. Mount's come in for 60 mil. He's going to play. He's going to be a big part of Ten Hag's team, and so it kind of really writes itself. We're either going to play him where Bruno currently is, or he's going to be playing behind Bruno along with Casemiro. It's kind of underwhelming for me, guys. And the fact that he's got the number 7 shirt fills me with disdain. He should have earned that number 7 shirt by proving himself at the club. I don't want any number 7 shirt to go to a Chelsea, ex-Chelsea scumbag who's coming in here on the back of an average season, really. Not necessarily his fault, but on the back of an average season. Chelsea scummer, Chelsea Academy product, and we're just giving him that number 7 shirt straight away. It's not like he's one of the world's biggest or best names either. It's quite a strange decision to give him the number 7. Obviously, it shows what Ten Hag thinks of the guy. It shows that he's prepared to put a lot of faith in the guy, and he's got a lot of belief in what he can bring to the table by giving him that number 7 shirt. But it does add unnecessary pressure, I think, on Mason Mount, and also it kind of besmirches the good name of the number 7 shirt at United. I know there's been a couple of shitters who've had that number 7 shirt, i.e., Alexis Sanchez or whoever, but think about some of the legends that you have to try and live up to, the Beckhams of this world, Cantona, Bestie, Robbo. There's a lot of Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a lot of fantastic number 7s we've had. So I think it's a strange decision to give Mason Mount the number 7 shirt from the off. What I would have preferred it to happen would be if this season goes by with no number 7, and then it's chosen at the end of the season based on merit, based on who's done what for Manchester United this season between now and the end of the season. Now, that would have made a little bit more sense because right now we've given it to somebody who is ex-Chelsea scummer and he's not proven himself at United. So he could end up being a flop at United. I don't necessarily think he will. Ten Hag's got him for a reason. Ten Hag wants him, and Ten Hag's got the faith in him clearly to spend 60 mil and give him that shirt number. But crikey, bit of pressure on the lad, and he might well end up being a little bit of a flop. I don't get it. I think it's a poor decision to give him the number 7 shirt, guys. Let's know what you think about it. Yeah, Hoopman says, I can't believe they gave him the number 7 shirt. Odd, isn't it? Garnacho should have got that number. Well, he shouldn't have got that number either, if you ask me. He's too young. He's too fresh. He does look like he's got so much potential, and he could be a future number 7 for us. But again, I don't think he's really proven himself yet. Thank you, Zany Geek. Appreciate you. Says Ornstein. Let's have a look at this. Sorry. Oh, we got an update from David Ornstein. Here we go. Thank you very much there, by the way, Rushmano, for giving us the update here. Nice one. Thank you very much there. We've got an update on Onana, guys. Big update here. Onana update. Manchester United sources claim that we will make a 52 million euro offer for Andre Onana in the next few days. Absolutely, Sky in Italy reporting this. Also, David Ornstein has reported the following. Let me just try and get this up on the screen for you guys so you can see what's going on. But basically, he says on Andre Onana to Manchester United that they don't seem to be a million miles away. The offers seem to be verbal right now. The dialogue between John Murtough and Inter Milan with Onana leaving, there is a deal there to be done. So as we've mentioned throughout this show tonight, it's expected Man United will be going in the next couple of days with another improved offer. That's what's going to go on, really. And yeah, no surprise there. Thank you for the update. That's a great update, though. Let me get it up on screen so you guys can see it. So once again, breaking this evening, just a little while ago, David Ornstein reporting that on entry, Onana to United, they don't seem to be a million miles away. The offers seem to be verbal right now. The dialogue is between John Murtough and Inter Milan. With Onana leaving, there is a deal there to be done. So there's a big confidence that Manchester United can agree a deal with Inter to bring in this goalie. So big update there. And as we were saying ourselves at the start of the show, it's expected really. We from the source that we've got, my man Rushmano is deep in the know, and just it's pretty obvious that we are going to bring in Andre Onana if we possibly can do a deal with Inter because David's gone. He's got that link with Ten Hag, and it's kind of a formality. It's just about the case of giving Inter Milan what they want. We've got a good relationship with Inter Milan in terms of doing previous transfers. So yeah, I don't really foresee it being a problem. And expect over the next couple of days, maybe we can reach an agreement. So that's pretty good news there, guys. It's pretty good news. 52 million euros, says Sing Games. Yeah, 52 million euros. So what's that? It's close to about 45 million pounds. Pretty decent. Lewis says, I think there's an issue with your microphone, is there? I don't know, it sounds all right, but let us know if there is, guys. Okay, so yeah, I'd say that's a nice big update there from David Ornstein, very reputable source, says that there's kind of a deal earlier. Yeah, kind of what Romano said earlier, Jonathan Dolby, absolutely. So just to let you guys know, this is what Romano said earlier. Well, no, sorry, he said, what did he say? Hang on, I've got the update from earlier. Deal absolutely on. Yeah, I mean, look, there you go. It's basically what Romano said earlier. There is a deal to be had here between the two sides. Inter want the money. They've got flexibility where they can go and perhaps go and get somebody who's a lot less money in goal. It's still going to be a good keeper for them. We just talked about David De Gea. I doubt that will be the case. Um, oh, there is audio issues. Okay, well, that's very annoying. We just talked about David De Gea. I doubt that will be the case. Okay, I'm not too sure what's going on there, guys. Let me try and put this in and out again. Wait a second. Folks, how's that then? No, sorry about that, guys. Bit of an issue. Hopefully, be okay, guys. Folks, how's might be. Yeah, so I'll have a look into that after this stream, folks. Uh, next one, but thank you guys. Much better, says Sunny Jim. Okay, thank you very much. Nice one, Red Devils, Dave. Thank you so much, Red Devil Dave, lad. Tafisa says audio is McFred touch and go. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Okay, great stuff, guys. Thank you for that. Right then, so yeah, big update there. It's what we expected. There will be more talks between Inter and United over the next coming days, and they probably will be able to reach an agreement somewhere between 45 million and 50 million pounds for Onana. Inter in a very strong position because of the fact that they know we're desperate for a keeper. Kate Cadet, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Thank you, the Hoop Man. Thank you, the Kate Cadet, for the super chat here, bud. He says, given Mason Mount the number 7 shirt is a fucking disgrace. And I'm not happy, pig. Mate, fair play. I knew you wouldn't be happy, Kate Cadet. You're never happy, mate. You're never happy. To be fair, we could probably get a time machine, go back in time and sign the hybrid test tube baby who's basically had the DNA genetically modified from all the greatest players throughout the history of mankind. Cruyff, Pele, he's got the bollocks of Zlatan, etc. Let's give him Giggsy's chest hair and the whole lot. And you would still probably not be happy with him, mate. But no, to be fair, I agree with you. I agree. Mason Mount getting the number 7 is crazy, bud. It's pretty strange. Actually, Sing Games, yeah, no, this is streaming in 720p on purpose. Basically, I'm streaming through a software called StreamYard. That's how I can get these comments up on the screen. They're really easy. I'm using StreamYard, and it's only 720p unless I buy the Pro edition. Which, screw that, mate. That's well expensive. It's already £20 a month for this shite. So. But either way, I might go back to stream on the old OBS studio because it is better quality and that kind of thing. But I need to figure out a way of highlighting people's comments better because I do like to be able to highlight people's comments. It's nice. But KKS says, giving Mason Mount the number 7 shirt is a fucking disgrace, and I'm not happy, pig. I have to agree with you. What do you guys do? You agree with Kate Cadet or disagree? I agree with you, though. I think it's just too much too soon for the guy. Extra added pressure, and he hasn't earned it. And nobody at the club's earned it. It makes just as much sense to give it to Jadon Sancho, and he's definitely not earned it. So it's just setting us up for a fall there, really. Fair play to you, Mike. He says Mason Mount is now one of our own. Back him. I respect that. But also, you've got to earn that number 7 shirt. It's probably the most iconic number for a shirt at United. So why give it to a ex-Chelsea scummer like that? Mount says crazy decision, to be honest. The Hoopman says 100% agree with Kate Cadet. Berber says we have it. We gave it to Michael Owen. It can't get that can't get much worse. Okay, so there's been some gash players who've had it, i.e. Alexis Sanchez as well. It's not all been plain sailing. It's not all been perfect, but most of or certainly a lot of the players they're iconic, aren't they? Jamie Robinson says, when's Amrabat the Acrobat signing? Again, there's supposed to be some sort of agreement essentially between the entourage of Amrabat and Manchester United already in terms of a verbal agreement. This is what it says: already reached an agreement with Sofyan Amrabat's entourage, but have yet to make an offer to Fiorentina. So I don't really know. Probably be a week or two or never knowing Manchester United. But as I was saying earlier in today's stream, I think there will be 4 signings for United this summer. I can see us getting the Rasmus Højlund deal done. I can see us signing Mount, obviously, which has happened, Onana and Amrabat. So I think we'll get 4 signings minimum. Hopefully that's the case. Yeah, maybe Sing Games. It could be, couldn't it? I'll have to have a look into it, and so it doesn't happen again. Shemian says, disagree. It's a new beginning. Eric Ten Hag doesn't care about that. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. He obviously doesn't. He obviously feels like he's befitting of the number 7 shirt. I disagree with that, though, but I can understand he obviously does. He obviously does. Ten Hag knows his stuff. He's quite happy for Mason Mount to have that 7. Jonathan says, come on, give him out a chance. He's one of us now. I will back him, and my manager's decision. He got balls to take the 7. Yeah, fair play. You're absolutely right. He is going to have to live up to that shirt number. It's a bit of pressure for him, but can he deal with that pressure? Let's hope he can. Pressure creates diamonds. Berber says, love the signing. I just don't think he needs extra pressure when he's already split the fan base. Completely agree. And his price tag adds a bit of pressure also. Yep, George Best was the 7 as well, silverware. Absolutely. Yep. Red Devil says 30 plus years a United fan. I know exactly what the number 7 shirt means, and so does Eric Ten Hag. Let's wait and see. Fair one. Maybe Mount insisted on the 7 shirt to agree the move. I mean, I doubt it, Sonny Jim. I think he would be just happy to get the money. He's come for the money, not just the money, but the project, I guess, as well. But you know, would he have even left Chelsea if he got what he wanted in terms of a new contract negotiation? I'm not so sure. You disagree with the disagreement, says Bell 691. Don't know, Ratchet. It's quite strange. Rushy says Ten Hag's looking for players he trusts. Absolutely. Garnacho fits number 7. He does, but again, too soon for him. Maybe in a year's time. I'm with you there, Must Play. Mount should get the 25, not the 7. He should have maybe be in contention for the number 7 in a year's time. Matthew Smith, let's get an interesting talking point here. He says, start Wan-Bissaka or Dalot this season. They both improved under Ten Hag last year, if you ask me. I think Dalot had a really good start of the season and then sort of tapered off. And Wan-Bissaka didn't really get a look in because Dalot was doing really well at the start of last season. But then, after the World Cup, it was all Aaron Wan-Bissaka, wasn't it? Wan-Bissaka was actually amazing. Probably our most consistent player of 2023 so far. Like the second half of the season last year. So I'd say Wan-Bissaka is the player that deserves, the chance in the squad. I do think he's probably the player that deserves it. The only player in that squad who could carry that 7 is Bruno. That's a great comment right there, Berber. And I do agree with you. Yeah, I do agree with you. Absolutely. Yeah, more than Dalot for me, says Red Devil Dave. Fire Up says the Spider. Well said, guys. Well said. Okay, so let me just have a look at the latest updates coming out, guys. Then we'll get into the live chat for a cheeky Q&A. So, yes, I wanted to talk about this, actually, folks. So, Scotty McShotbag is being discussed as a player that United could sell this summer. And, there are some mumblings and rumblings that Roma are interested in him. See, Jose Mourinho. By the way, Jose's a bit of a don, isn't he? So there were reports that Saudi team was interested in bringing him. He's like, nah, I'm not going there. I'm not going to that mess. He's decided to stay at Roma, and he's too invested in that whole project there. But there are reports coming out that Scott McTominay is a target for Roma. This is from Di Marzio in Italy. And I hope it's true. I really hope we can get rid of this guy. He's been lingering around, putting in bang average performances for years. And it is about time that Scotty McScottbag went. And we got a little bit of cash back for him, 20 million quid, whatever you can get, really. Get him off the books, free the position up in the midfield to bring in somebody else, i.e. Amrabat, and move him on. He's been subpar for so many seasons now. I don't really understand the fixation with him and playing him. A lot of the managers we've had, even Ten Hag, have played this guy. Maybe it's just because he's a body that's there. But he's good for Scotland. He is versatile. We could play a multitude of positions. Some may say he's better playing a little bit more advanced up the pitch. He's not the best defensively in terms of a holding midfield or anything like that. He can play centre-back, which he's done for Scotland a bunch of times. So he's got some attributes, definitely. He's a big unit. He's strong. He's got a bit of a needle about him. He likes to challenge. He likes to get stuck in. He's a physical, aggressive player. That's good. He's got some plus points. He really does. But technically wise, he's not good enough for United. So, yeah, ship him off, guys. I would definitely sell the guy. What do you reckon, guys? McTominay, keep or sell? Mark Harris, how you doing? He says McSauce, Fergie's love child, Scottish Bing Bong. Wow. Well, fair enough. He's, we've always sort of had a decent, like a hard Scotsman in the team, haven't we? Whether it's, Darren Fletcher or whatnot, does or even Fergie actually managing the team. It makes sense to have a Scotsman around the gaff. But is he good enough? I don't think so. John Tracy, thank you, says, get the fucking likes in for the pig. Thank you, John. Yes, everyone, hit that like button if you haven't done. We're on 154. Keep smashing the thumbs up button. Cake says, McTominay's defo Mourinho player pig. He loves his industrious workhorses, does Jose. Well said, absolutely. He's kind of like the Scottish Nemanja Matic. Well said, mate. What about Sanchez as backup, Piggy? How much you talking about there for, though? Because backups, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how much you got to pay these guys, how much they're going to initially cost. Chloe Jenkins says, just look what Josie has done with Chris Smalling. He has been mint better than Slabhead. Precisely. Good shout there, Chloe Jenkins. Yeah, most people would probably agree with you over the last couple of years that Smalling would have been a better option than Harry Maguire at United. Hoopman says he's like the Scottish Maguire, plays good for the national team, but then cash for United. Very true that. Phil Jones must come back, or this club is finished. This is Kingslayer. He's been smoking the Zamiashi special tonight. McTominay, 30 million on your bike. Fred, 20 million. I think they're both 20 million. Maybe Fred's a little bit more, actually, just because he's better. But he is older. He's like 31 now or something, isn't he, Fred? So maybe, 20 million-ish for both of them. Yep, Jonathan says McTominay gives 100% but does nothing. Well said. Madhouse says Martial has to go as well. Yeah, he's another player that deserves to go, really, and we could cash in and get off the books. Absolutely anybody but Slabby. Good evening there, Luke. Look, MUFC. Welcome in the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, nice. So, yeah, there you go, guys. So there is some latest news. McTominay to Roma would be a nice player to get rid of this summer. And as we just mentioned a few others there, Martial would be a good player to get rid of. He's just too injury prone. Henderson would generate some cash and get some significant wages off the books. Harry Maguire would get some significant wages off the books and a real big slappy paperweight out of the club. That's all he was really. Fourth or fifth choice centre back, get him gone. See you later on, Maguire, and go and play for somebody more befitting. I don't know, Everton or someone, but certainly not United. He's not good enough for us. There's also other players. McTominay, Fred could be players that could depart. There's players that were out on loan last season, the likes of Bailly, the likes of Tellez, which we should be looking to move on. So 5, 6, 7 players should be departed Manchester United this summer if we've got anything about us in regards to moving players on. We need to do the business to get them gone. Thank you for the super chat here, by the way, there, Mark Harris. Appreciate you, mate. I hope you're doing well from down under, lad. He says, bought a boat. Welcome aboard with Bourbon and Bentos. Thank you very much there. Nice, mate. What are you going to call it? Don't call it the Slab. Please don't call it the Slab. But that's awesome. Welcome aboard with Bourbon and Bentos. So what is it? You're going to call it Luke Shaw? By the way, have you seen Luke Shaw looking a little bit ripped this summer? Looks like he's seriously moved on from the old Fred Bentoses, and he's eating nothing but chicken and broccoli this summer because for the first time ever, he kind of looks ripped. Like he looks like he's professional. I saw a picture of him the other day. He had like actual pectorals and abdominals and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, fair play to Luke Shaw. Because I remember a picture from a few seasons back when he was on summer holidays. And no disrespect, he had moves. He actually had moves, guys. I'm a bit moody myself. I've lost a lot of weight myself recently. I've been off the Fred Bentoses as well. So I'm not hating, but he's a professional athlete. You know what I mean? He's a fucking professional athlete. So the fact that he's actually been keeping himself trim and looks pretty decent and looks like an actual professional athlete, I'd say that's bloody good. I have lost some weight as well. Absolutely. I've been avoiding the Fred Bentos pies. Thank you, Lomi Kone. Appreciate you. Love you too, Joseph. Thank you, man. You love a Fred Bentos. I do as well, Jamie. I'm a big fan. No FIFA tonight, Rajat, but we should be back this weekend, mate. Friday night probably will be back, lad. No promises. My family's here until Sunday. I've had my brother's family staying over for my mum's funeral and stuff. And they're here until Sunday. After that, normal service will be resumed with late night streams. Luke says your face is looking very slender, pig, mate. Thank you, bro. Let's buy Tierney and move Shaw to centre back, says must play. Hey, you do it. I think you might be doing a disservice to Malacia. I actually rate Malacia. Malacia's got some potential anyway. He's still young. He had a good first season at United. I was impressed with Malacia. But yeah, fair play to you. We would need another player coming in if that was to be the case. Luke Shaw impressed me at centre back. The Cake Cadet with a £5 super chat. Thank you, bud. Can we get some love in there for the Cake Cadet, man? Appreciate you, dude. He says, Pig, what is wrong with Tony Martial? Sometimes he's absolutely world class, and you think, wow, what a player. And sometimes he's gash. What the fuck is his problem? How long have you got, Cake Cadet? Let me get into it, right? This is what I think. Let's just give him a psychological evaluation. So Tony Martial is he's a fair weather player. He's the type of guy that when everything is in the right place mentally for him, he can turn up and he can perform to a high level. Like when everything's feeling right for him, he will put in great performances. But he's the kind of guy that he's emotionally triggered by things that happen within games. Sometimes he can start a game with the right mentality. He's ready for it. He's up for it. He's raring to go. He'll miss a shot. He'll miss a chance. He'll miscontrol a ball, and you see his head drop. You see him melt a little bit. And once that starts to seep in, it's hard to get him back on up for it in the game. He's kind of the ultimate definition of a confidence player. When he's confident, when he's happy, he's lethal. And unless he is, he's pretty gash. He just seems to shrivel up. So I think that's really where we're at with him. Plus, he's always injured. He's an injury-prone melter. He can't rely on him because he's never fit. And so he's always either coming back to fitness or worried about getting injured and then gets injured. So he's constantly in and out the side for those reasons alone. So you couple that with his psychological issue of not being able to, get himself up for it, not being able to forget. There's an old Ted Lasso saying, if you've ever watched Ted Lasso, guys, Ted Lasso says to his players when he's coaching them, he says, be a goldfish, because he means when something bad happens on the pitch, you got to forget it. You got to instantly move on. You got to get back to zero. You got to get back to that base level. You don't ever want to be focusing and dwelling on the negative stuff that occurs during games of football or even matches. Even when you lose a match, don't carry it on into the next one. Or certainly don't, if you miss a chance, be a goldfish and get on to the next opportunity. That's what Martial's got a problem with. He isn't a goldfish. If anything, he's like an African elephant or something, the ones that have the memory of 100 years. You know what I mean? He just remembers, could be the 89th minute. He's through and goal. And he's like, oh, shit. But I accidentally miscontrolled that pass in the third minute of the game. And now I can't fucking put the ball in because I'm a melter, confidence-wise. That's kind of what he's like. It's like an elephant. An elephant never forgets, my friend. Do you know what I mean? An elephant never forgets. There you go, VKD. And he says, Martial ability, 9 out of 10. Heart, 3 out of 10. Fitness, 1 out of 10. And you make a great point. He's so frustrating because he does have the abilities. He's very talented. Absolutely. Martial is so talented, but he's very lazy. And, of course, made of glass. Agree with you guys. I definitely will be Nathan Garner. Absolutely. Martial's head's gone since they stopped doing page 3. Hey, not just him, mate. Me as well. I feel you on that one, mate. Political correctness gone mad. You just don't bother. Yeah, there you go. So a little bit lazy. Sports psychology, that is. There you go, Drew Who. We've done a psychological evaluation of Martial right there. And the evaluation of him is he's an absolute low confidence, melter, injury prone liability. That's the reality. So it's always going to be difficult for him. Thank you, Rushmano. He says subscribe to the channel. Yes, guys, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Also, smash the like button and give us a retweet. It's pinned to the top of the chat. I'm just going to go over to Twitter and shout out every one of you legends that has just retweeted this show to say thank you, and it helps spread the channel out there and get us out there. So does liking the video. It's free to like the vid, so make sure you do that. And if you are new, then please do subscribe. But let's get into the retweets on Twitter real quick, and then we'll get into the Q&A with the live chat. We've had 11 retweets on Twitter. Thank you, legends. Transfers_UTD, aka Rushmano. Shout out to you, my friend. Thanks for retweeting us. Owan Abdullah as well. JK United, get in there, my son. Kieran Watts, Stu, Stephen Braun, Boomy, the Butcher of Manchester, John Boy Cat, Matesh Aleha, MUFC 2002-2003, and Sin Games have all retweeted us there. Thank you, each and every one of you legends, for giving us a cheeky retweet there and getting it out there, guys. So just anyone who's getting in here, you want to know the news. The news is this. Andre to Manchester United. This is from David Ornstein. They don't seem to be a million miles away. The offers seem to be verbal right now. The dialogues between John Murtow and Inter Milan, with Onana leaving, there is a deal there to be done. And it's expected that Inter are holding out for 52 million euros, which is, approximately 45 million pounds. And it sounds like there is a deal that can be agreed there, hopefully in the next coming days. So that's it. That's the big news of the night. And obviously there's some news still in regards to Amrabat. We're looking at other players as well. Turkish goalkeeper as a backup, maybe a Japanese goalkeeper as a backup. So there's a little few things going on. Rasmus Højlund has maybe been shelved for the time being. We will still be negotiating with Atalanta at some point for that player. But right now, it seems like we've focused our attentions on Andre Onana on the goalkeeper position. Chloe Jenkins says, do United not have a sports psychologist to work with to work with Tony? I'm sure they do, Chloe. Yes, they absolutely do. But the thing is, it's like, it would take Sigmund Freud to maybe get Tony Martial firing on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Tony Martial would have to go and lay on a leather couch and talk about, I don't know, his attractiveness, for his mother or something. I don't know. They'd have to get deep into his into his psychological makeup, I think, in order to make him a better player. Right, let's get into the live chat, guys. So do us a favor before we do, like, subscribe, comment. Now's the time to have your say. We'll read a bunch of comments out. Looks like Onana could be coming to replace David De Gea, folks. Let's get into it. Matthew Smith says this season's transfer window possibly the worst since the Moyes days. Yeah, it's early. I mean, so far it's not great. We spent 60 mil on Mount. That's it. That's all we've done so far. We haven't even sold anybody yet. But I think it's got the potential to be a fantastic window this summer. It just needs the Glazers to go and Sheikh Jassim to come in and spend money and us to actually sell players. If we can get rid of Maguire, McTominay, Martial, Fred, some of these players, Henderson, generate some cash, get some of these players off our books, that frees us up to go and sign like loads of really good players. We could actually see us having one of the best windows we've had as long as the Glazers go soon. But they're holding us back and shackling us right now. Onana going to preseason on July 13th. Well, that's what Inter have said. But I would expect that United will probably be able to agree a deal before then, before he even goes back. Jamie says, well, we've got Walter White in charge, so why doesn't he give Tony some of that blue meth? Wow. So, yeah, the Dutch Walter White, I like his style there, mate. Yeah, nice one. Why not, eh? Ten Hag is like a Top Gun level pilot working for an airport run by scousers, says Dutch Christ. Kind of, that's a really great analogy, actually. He's like, I don't know, Maverick or something. Absolutely right. He's like Maverick having to work for Ryanair, bud, or EasyJet or something. You're absolutely right. I love that analogy, mate. You're absolutely right. That's it. He's like a full-on top-tier jet pilot, isn't he? But he's having to like pilot like a 737 or something, when what he really wants to get himself into is a cheeky F-14 Phantom or a Panavia Tornado or something. Do you know what I mean? One for you aviation nerds there, you know what I mean? That's what he wants. He doesn't want to be flying these commercial gas short-haul flights, mate. 100% agree. Well said. Jamza highlights how you says, Pig, what are your thoughts on Mason Mount getting the 7? Well, I've talked about this quite a bit, so I'll just get into it a little bit. I think it's way too much too soon for the guy. It adds pressure on him. Doesn't really add up for me. He should probably be here at the club for a while to prove himself to that number 7 shirt before being given it by Ten Hag. But if that's what Ten Hag wants to do, got the faith and belief in him, he obviously has, then I understand it. But it seems like a little bit of a silly move because of all the legends that have worn the number 7. He's not really lived. It's going to be hard for him to live up to it. He's not earned it yet, more importantly. Like, that's a storied shirt number. We've just given it to some Chelsea melt. You know, I know he's a United player now, but it just, I don't really understand that. Could have given him any other shirt number, really. Zane says Scott McTominay is English, not Scottish. He comes from Lancaster, England. Okay, but he's got Scottish blood in him, and he plays for Scotland, mate. Don't know if you realise that. Yeah, the Onana deal close. Absolutely, it is, Abbas Mamu. We've bid £39 million overall. Inter are wanting somewhere closer to 52 million euros, which is approximately 46 million pounds. There will be a negotiation period that takes place in the next few days, and there should be an agreement being reached, hopefully, for somewhere around that figure soon. So I think it is pretty close. I think it is. Larry Hasse says, I feel like Mount is going to play Bruno's midfield role, and Bruno could possibly be put out front as a striker if needed. Yeah, not crazy about that myself. I could actually see Bruno maybe being pushed back a little bit, playing a little bit deeper, because towards the end of last season, he was playing like almost like a quarterback role for United, spraying the balls over, dictating the play from a deeper position and doing really well at it as well in quite a few games. I could see him doing that. MEFC gang, thank you very much. He says, glad to see your channel has grown so much. Don Prize, baby. Right, okay. Thank you, MEFC gang. Good to see you back in here as well. Kate Cadet with a £5 super chat. Thank you, boss. Get in there, my son. Can we get some hearts in the chat there for Cake? Much love to you, dude. Much love to you, dude. He says, Pig, you do know when you want to play checkers, you put the board down horizontally and not vertically like that, right? Says who? Says who? You see, always thinking inside the box, aren't you, Cake Cadet lad? You know, always thinking inside the box, mate. For all you know, right now, you can't tell, but I'm actually laid on the floor right now, and that is my ceiling. So, you know, you can't tell, mate. You know, I'm not conventional like you, bud. But like you said there, fair play, lad. And by the way, Cake Cadet, this shit's chess. It ain't checkers. You know what I mean? Good evening there, Les Comerford. No, thank you to the Cake Cadet. That's a good joke right there. Nice one. Are the Sheikhs in town yet? Sadly, not yet. Sadly, not yet, bro. Chloe, thank you for getting in with another comment. And thanks for super chats earlier. It says, makes you think if Eric Ten Hag understands the 7 shirts importance. Futinator says, Chloe, he does 100% trust in Eric Ten Hag. Well, I think he's not that stupid, is he? Look, he's got advisors at the club. He's got people that would say to him, look, he knows he was a professional footballer. He knows the top level, top tier players that wore that 7 shirt. It's a famous shirt number. It really is. It's like R9 or Ronaldo 7 or whatever. It's like these Ronaldo was made the 7 at United. You know what I mean? Everybody knows this. So it's like they would know the importance of that number 7 shirt, I think. He's doing it for a reason. I think he's doing it to give Mason Mount that confidence and that belief. Maybe to put a bit of pressure on him as well to try and live up to that shirt number. He wants a lot from him, clearly. That's it. Yeah, that's the one MUFC gang. I did make it Don Prize by accident one time. Yeah. I remember now. Mikey says, got to go, Pig. Glad to see you well. Hey, thank you, Mikey. Much love to you, boss. Appreciate you. You have a great evening. Thanks so much for getting in here. We'll be wrapping this up in a minute or two. I'm just going to read a couple more comments out of the live chat here. We're almost at 200 likes as well, so keep hitting the thumbs up, guys, and subscribe if you're new to the show. Is Anthony our new Nani? I'm going to say no, because if you actually look at Nani's first 100 games for United, they were pretty amazing. Like statistically, he got so many assists and a lot of goals. It would be very tough for Anthony to emulate Nani statistically. But maybe in the future. It was his first season in the Premier League. It was tough in a struggling United side. So, but I think Nani's impact at United was pretty clear, particularly the first few seasons he was here. Probably, yeah, like VK Dean says, he was underrated, very underrated player actually for United, ridiculously underrated. In fact, I saw a graphic not so long ago, which was Nani's first 100 games for Manchester United compared to Cristiano Ronaldo's first 100 games for United. And Nani statistically was way better in terms of goals created and that kind of thing, like goals contributed, either assists or goals. They were way better than Cristiano Ronaldo's first 100 games for United. So Nani was actually really a top player for United back in the day. Yes, I definitely will be Nathan Gardner. Absolutely. Definitely. Les says, Piggy, what would you give Mason Mount out of 10 as a player? 6 out of 10. He's certainly a good player, but he's not a great player. I don't see him as a top player. As a player, skill-wise, ability-wise, potential-wise, all the rest of it, I'd give him a 6 out of 10. I think we've paid too much for the guy, but I think he is a good player. There's nothing wrong with a 6 out of 10. It's decent. But, it's also not one of the best players in the world, which is what I want. 7, says VKD. Yeah, 6 or a 7 maximum, I guess. It's a pretty average signing, if you ask me. Boomy says Atletico must be beating themselves for not accepting that 100 million offer for João Felix, says Boomy. 6 or 7 says Rajat. Okay, there you go. So you believe our team will come back to the glory days? Yeah, Dominique. Hey, I'm with you there, Dominique. If we can go and get new owners who are prepared to invest and have that ambition that we need, we will be certainly. 5.5 says must play. Yep, Ten Hag gave him the number 7, Alex Core. Ten Hag wants big things for him, clearly, at the football club. So there's a quote from Ten Hag here from when the announcement's been made. And Ten Hag to Mason Mount, this is via Man United. He said, I want you to be a very important player for this team. That's what he said to Mason Mount. So, he obviously expects him to do good things, and that's why he's given him the number 7 shirt. It's a bit of a gamble, though. Kate says it's not that I don't think Mason Mount is a bad player, but he's not worth 60 mil. He isn't worth what we're paying. Yeah, we've overpaid. James Maddison for 40 mil. That's the sort of comparison you should be making, really. But we've spent 20 million too much for the guy. Really? Interesting, Chloe Jenkins. Really? Felix was playing in the Hammer shirt in Spain today. You for real? Mount will surprise. Well, I hope you're right, Jonathan Darby, lad. We've got an M7 in Manchester. Right, nice one, Jamie. Nice one. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to wrap this video up then. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, talking to you legends. Thank you, each and every one of you guys, for getting in here. Belle, Chloe, Jonathan, Jamie, Vutinator, Duke of Rodtown, JK, Tafisa Mbata, Kingslayer, Alex Core, Rajat Boomy, VK Dean, Les Kermerford, Ken Thompson, Nick Gardner, Dominique, Rush Marno, all the legends of the channel. Thank you everyone for getting in here. I will keep you up to date with all the latest news and goings on throughout the transfer window in a no bullshit, no clickbait way. So you best believe you should be hitting that subscribe button and clicking that bell icon so you don't miss the shows and you get notified when we go live. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and those places at Flying Pig United. so you can keep up to date with the shows as well. Thank you, Enigma47, VK Dean, Luke, look at your C. On the head of football, get in there, my son. Tafiso, Jay, Matej, Kate Cadet, of course, what a legend. Tonali would have been a nice signing as well. Neves just followed the money. You know, Neves going to Saudi Arabia at 26 years of age. I'm glad we didn't sign that guy now. I know he's been a good player in the Premier League and he probably would have been a good player for United, but mentality-wise, he's a melter. You know, he's just followed the money, mate. He's not got the right mentality to be a United player. Screw that guy. James Smith, good night to you. VK Dean, Rushy, and everyone. There you go, stats merchants. Chloe Jenkins, Pete Morris, hello to you, and goodbye, Pete Morris, you legend. We're going to wrap this up, so smash a like, smash the subscribe, click the bell, follow us on social medias at Flying Pig United, check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. That'll be the end of the stream, but you can come back afterwards, let us know your thoughts on Andre Onana to United and when you think that may happen. Let us know your thoughts on Mason Mount and him being given the number 7 shirt by Eric Ten Hag. Back the manager. Well said, Raja. Thank you, Vuti. Thank you to all the moderators like Rushy, Berber, Vutinator, etc., and everyone who's got in here. Thank you to all the members in green who support the channel and everybody else in the live chat as well who's interacted with me and anybody else in the chat. Great to have you in here, guys. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the show. We'll be back with more content for you tomorrow, covering the latest goings on. Hopefully, some more news in regards to the takeover of Manchester United and perhaps maybe Andre Onana, a little bit more progression going on there. Thanks each and every one of you for watching. That's it from me. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you all. And remember, when the seagulls follow the troll, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.